But I'm back, guys. Yeah, sorry. But yeah, guys, like I do know that um Ashe Divine is partially correct. There are kids that don't have that type of feeling, or you know what I mean, that type of, unless they're, like she said, unless they're exposed to it. But that's what we gotta remember too as well. I mean, now at that age, I had never necessarily seen any sexual things, quote unquote, but my auntie talked about things as far as sex wise. So I don't know if that was the exposure to it, but I never like was exposed to any, seeing any of my, family members have sex or walk in on it, or, look at any, dirty movies or anything like that. And I remember even, way before, even younger than that, I remember like having a hot, tingly feeling down there, and like, humping, humping the pillow, and this was probably a little bit before, you know, conversation conversations with my aunt, so um like I said, I do agree with Nature Boy in some sense, sorry, I'm just trying to find the right for y'all, some aspect of that, because um I not in a sense of saying that they're ready to have sex, but I would have to disagree with her by saying that they don't have that feeling, or no, because little kids hump each other all the time. Small, even, even I've seen even little babies, hump. They not may not know what it is at that time, or what to, what it is. We're the ones that put the idea in their mind, you know what I mean? And if, maybe we probably should put this in a more healthier, put it in a more healthier way. So a lot of things, I have to say, that in both aspects they were, both making very, very logical points. And it basically led me to tell this story, that I'm telling now, and it goes so much deeper because, part of the reason why, I realized after digging so deep is because I was that little girl crying out for protection, crying out for love, crying out for the masculine energy, that protection, of, from my dad, from a male, being able to, when I cried, I didn't have no one lap to sit in and cry to, and nobody to hug me and tell me it was okay, so I really just wanted love from the, the other sex, from the male energy. And that was the only way that I thought I can get it, being that I didn't have a daddy. And it's so sad because I can guarantee it's what a lot of women go through in their life, feeling feeling that way, and just wanting the attention of the male energy, and wind up getting it in the wrong way, you know. Um is so much deeper, and depending on, how things go, I may be able to, I can go in a little bit more deeper into details because it's even more to to the whole story. It was, I wouldn't say horrible for me, but it was traumatizing, you know, and I honestly didn't realize it. I thought I was okay. So I know in order to heal from this, I'm gonna have to go be that little girl and sit on my daddy lap and tell him and just have him hug me and say everything is gonna be okay. You know what I mean? Explain to him what I went through. And I've been running from it for a while now. I've recently got back in contact, well, made contact, was able to make contact with my dad, I think at the age of 32. I'm 34 now. So it's just all surreal. And like I said, it's so much more into detail about the whole situation, you know? But I don't know, I just think we need to start looking at things with an open heart, an open mind and a open perspective, you know. Um, this experience, this journey, this thing called life ain't easy for nobody, regardless of how the cards are dealt to you. You know what I'm saying? It's not easy. And finding your purpose ain't as easy as people paint that picture to be, you know. I feel much better though, because I know I really needed to share that. Like, I really did need to share that, and I need to start my healing process. It's a journey that I'm wanting to go on, and sadly, it seems as though I'm gonna be going on it alone at this point, because it was a person that I always thought would be with me on this journey, but I see now it's not possible because that's a part of me I need to let go. Because that part of me was the part of me that was just screaming out for some type of love and some type of attention. And I went through hell, you know. I went through hell. And I had good times, and I learned a lot about myself. Like, don't get me wrong, this ain't no pity story, because none of this bothers me anymore. I just had to realize, how did I get to this point? And when you reflect back to see what got you to the point you at now, and the mistakes you made and why, and how you learned from them. So I've been just living in the past, you know this whole time, and we never want to do that. We want to reflect on the past to prepare us for the future, and to help warn us for the present. We want to reflect on the past to prepare us for the future, and to help warn us for what's in the present, you know, not dwell in it and stay in it and get stuck in it. But it's like, that particular person opened up a lot in me because I never thought someone would understand me the way they did. You know, I honestly, at some point in my life, thought I was losing my fucking mind, but it was all because I just needed that affection, that love, that, you know, and he was there at the moment to give it to me, you know, and he gave it to me, and it was beautiful. It was the most beautiful thing that could have ever happened to me, you know. It really was. It was the most beautifulest thing that could have ever happened to me. But it became toxic because I really didn't know myself. You know, I got into it for all the wrong reasons. You know, I really didn't love me. I didn't love the person who I was at the time, and I was just searching for someone to love me, to validate me. You know, and like I said, it was a beautiful thing. You know, but because I didn't know myself and who I was, and I was just looking for some type of part-time fixture, it turned toxic, you know, and so I don't know. It's like a big load off my shoulders, you know. Um, I don't know. I don't know. It's most likely gonna be a part 3 to this. Because it's a few more things that I would love to share and let it all out, and then move forward from this. So stay tuned, my day ones. Peace, love, and harmony.